Alright guys, welcome back to war number 10, is it, in Alliance War Season 39. We got some unique counters here. Some went extremely well, like this one here. We got a Ghost Rider on Masochism. He is hashtag metal, so I bring in Magneto. I always like to back up at the beginning. He's to make sure the magnetism is on before I start the fight. Also, he is a unsteady defender, so I'm supposed to have my ability accuracy reduced, but I am Magneto. I've got the magnetism, and even though he's got that armor break on me the entire time, I can still pretty much bypass the node no problem. So not every parry is going to stick, but for the most part they do. I'm just going to build up my prowess, and even though some of my hits glance, I go for the special 3. And we're going to get a really nice Magneto here. We are going to absolutely wreck him in 14 hits. That is amazing. We got a full yellow bar. Next up is node 20. We got Guardian. He is also a hashtag metal champion. This one also here with Masochism and the armor ups. I don't really care. Magneto, I'm going to back up. Try and make sure that magnetism is placed before I start. I do have the shock resistance, so I'm actually healing up from the shock he puts on me. I'm trying to build to special 3 as best I can. Again, not every single parry is going to stick, but I'm pretty good at evading his special 1, so if I have to do some full combos before I get all my parry heavies in, that's fine. You can see that one didn't work, but that's okay. I'm not so much worried about the regen because of the magnetism. It is a strike counter Fury node, so I don't want to give him too much. We go for the special 3, even with limited prowess. And we take off a really nice chunk of damage. Go right back into a nice clean evade. We are at a full yellow bar at this point. We're not quite going to finish there, but it would have been nice to finish both fights with a full yellow bar. I think we do get clipped at one point. But there we go. That's fine. We're just going to go ahead and build up to a just another special. Still getting some clean evades on there. At this point, we're still at a full yellow bar. No auto blocks because I'm Magneto and the magnetism. So there we take one little hit at the end, but our unstoppable saves us. Next up, path 3, we've got a Rintrah. So this is basically like the anti-Galan placement. So I needed Galan for Omega Sentinel on node 24 as usual, but did not bring him here. Went with a newly rank 3'd Nick Fury, who we're going to need for a very tricky fight that has given me a lot of problems earlier this season. With an Anti-Venom in Path 1, Section 2. But for this fight here, it's Rintrah. We're going to take this relatively slow with Nick Fury. We do not want to hit into Rintrah in the corner when he has 10 of his mystical charges. We keep those mystical charges in check with the heavy attacks. I do have to be careful, I guess, a little bit about Mystic Dispersion. And of course, I have fought Rintrah a zillion times in questing, in battlegrounds, in whatever. And I have always evaded the special 2, no problem. But of course, I evade too early in Alliance War. That was a bad evade. I take some damage, but I'm Nick Fury. I'm not really worried too much. And we go right back into our parry heavy game. Get some nice disorient there on the special 1. That's fine. But we play it really slow, and we're just bleeding him out, which is fine. I will take it. We are doing a great job here. I do try to weave in. I try to get the bigger bleed on when you get like 7 bleeds there, and then go for some light ending combos to try and get the bigger bleed. Yeah, we get the nice big bleed there. And it's just a slow fight, but I will take it. And this is one of the better fights this war. We've got some mistakes, some learning experiences, and sometimes that's what we need on the channel, is some learning experiences so you know what not to do the next time. Try and give you some good advice on what to do, and sometimes we learn what not to do. And we've got like this is like I rarely use Nick Fury, and even I learned some good stuff about Nick Fury for this one and why he's going to be so good for Anti-Venom. Little tidbits in characters' kits that there's so much going on in this game that you can't remember every single thing. Now, next up is Node 24, Omega Sentinel. We've got Galan. It's Buffet over time and Vigorous Assault. Without the buff, because we're immune to Nullify, we're not going to trigger Buffet. If we don't trigger Buffet, no regen, no unblockable. So we just do the usual medium, light, mediums. Even with the glancing, it's okay. We're picking up some buffs. Bait that heavy. We go parry our own heavy into an unblockable special 1, and this will just about nuke her down. We still need to do a few more hits just to finish off the last few percent. Throw another special 1, and it's over. Now, here is our trouble fight. I was thinking too much about the bleed from the thorns and not about the glancing and what Captain America Sam Wilson has with glancing. I will pull up the node in a second, but anytime you hit into him where it glances or auto block fails, you get a rupture. Plus, well-timed blocks put on these sap charges. So I'm sitting here parrying, putting on sap charges on myself. When he gets to a certain amount, he is going to turn them into a massive power drain. I am trying to get to a special 3 with Terrax. I'm bringing him here because he's bleed and shock immune for this fight and the next one. And I figure I can get some armor breaks on the special 3 because he's unawakened. So I'm here trying to get to a special 3, but I get to like 20 sap charges because I'm parrying too much, or 25 of them, and 50% of my power drains. I am confused as to what's going on, and I am taking damage every time. Rupture damage on the left-hand side, it just says rupture, and my damage just disappears. Instant damage every time I hit him because of the armor up. So I guess normally I think in the past I took this with Claire, and I probably could have done the same and probably taken Claire on the Surfer fight next also, and that would be something I would do if I had to do this again. But here I'm not able to put in the damage. I'm going to speed the fight up because it was driving me crazy. I had to there's no way I can get any of this damage in. So I'm trying to figure out, can I slow my hits down? I couldn't figure out what I was doing that was preventing me from getting to my special 3. And so here I finally get to it. I get my special 3 off, but I do not do enough. I get a few armor breaks when I get close to him, but not enough. And hitting into his block there just gave him more and more of that rupture damage. It was bad. This was ugly. So I only end up taking like half of him down, and then I have to heal up and go back in and finish it. So it was frustrating because I had to go back and figure out there's obviously something going on with the combination of nodes. What is happening to me? I knew that like there I just threw the special 1 trying to do something, and it didn't work. So here, now I know I'm going to try and limit my parries. So I'm going to try and go for like heavy openings. I'm going to just try and go for special openings, trying to limit those charges so that I can get like the sap charges so I can actually get to my special 3. So again, taking tons of rupture damages from the glancing, but at least I'm trying to build up here. I can't throw my other specials because those are going to be auto-blocked unless I can get rid of his armor ups, which I can't at the moment because I'm not putting on any armor breaks without getting to the special 3. So here, again, my power keeps getting drained. It is just frustrating, this one. There's nothing else I can really say about it. Other than, even the Galan pre-fight would have only helped if I had actually gotten some wins. But there we finally get to the special 3 again. We throw it off. I know this fight just was taking so long. You can see even at like 2 times the speed, it is taking forever. We do put some armor breaks on him, and then we finally get him down. So really ugly. Now Terrax actually works fantastic for the fight, the other fight that I wanted him for, which is the Surfer fight with enhanced shock. I'm completely shock immune, and there's like nothing that I have to do here. This was a super easy fight here. I was really happy with this one. So depending on the combination of characters on that first node in Section 3, Terrax still might be useful. Also, getting him awakened would be really helpful for me. But at this point, this one here, I can just heal up from the armor breaks he puts on me. He didn't. I don't even know if he even got an armor up at this point. Still hasn't. There, I can go ahead. I like actually if you heavy after the after you do the special, you can basically get another back-to-back, like get a full special 2 again. Even though I know you can get the rock field damage, but it is nice to just go in and get some, like, throw some back-to-back specials. Nice big damage, nice armor breaks on him. Everything is working well in this one. I'm healing up. This fight is great. It's just the Sam Wilson one had me questioning everything about what I was doing, bringing that, fight in there. And it's just something that you got to learn. There's always, he's not, and even when I have played him offensively, I haven't really thought about that node combination. So, another big special 2, and one more combo when he's done. Next up, we are another fight that did not go exactly as planned, but got hit in the face a lot on this one. Never back down, reinvigorated, unblockable. This Manthing. The stupid MD on this is what I did not really think about when I brought in Nimrod here, because he gets those armor ups, but they kind of cycle through, and even though he's going to put those poisons on me, they're just extra buffs that he gets a lot of. And as I'm trying to build up to my special 2, I do keep backing up. I keep triggering the regen. He keeps regenning back up to full, and then the MD pushes him to a special 3. I'm just slapping my face, going, what have I done? Luckily, Nimrod is a massive tank, and we barely take anything on that special 3 because I do not have. And then, of course, I have to get clipped there. Have to get clipped right afterwards. I went for the parry. Did not happen. So now we need some adrenaline. We need some adrenaline healing, and we miss out on our first special 2. So we are basically behind the 8 ball on this one. Okay, we are behind the 8 ball. We do get some regen from the special 3, which is nice. So and we're gonna need it. We are gonna need it. So here we need him to throw a special, and of course builds up to another special 3. The MD is just kicking my ass at this point. So I'm getting a little worried. We're down to 52%. There, I get the parry after the special 3. We can go back into some heavies just to build our power up. And then once we finally get to a special 2, there, I didn't even get it off. It just changed to the orange like damage mode there, but that's fine. Okay, we are now finally, we've done some damage. He's down to 74%. We need to keep up the same thing. There, again, I trigger the regen, which kind of sucks because I don't really have access to heal block here. But we're going to go ahead, build up to a special 2 again, and boom, this time we are rocking and rolling. We're getting a ton. He throws his special 2 nicely. We can get rid of that regen. Perfect. Converted to a shock. It's great. We're building up to another special 2. And it's just going, this is going back in our favor. That's fine. Even that little regen, the passive regen there, that's fine. I don't care. We're doing great at this point. Except now he's unblockable because he's below. Well, I gave him too many regens throughout the fight. So luckily I have my unstoppable, so I use that to get a heavy opening. Now his unblockable's gone. He's almost done. This is the only fight I need Nimrod for, so we just need to survive. Get the last special 2. And we squeak out of that one. So these fights have not been perfect, but we've made it work. Now, Nick Fury against Anti-Venom on Buffet Overtime and Reinvigorated Unblockable. So the key is I go for the parry, and a parry with Nick Fury removes the debuffs on you, the damaging debuffs. So it removes the Clintar debuff that he puts on me from the start. Without the Clintar debuff on, I do not trigger the regen on critical hits. Now my mistake here is I did not do a heavy at that point. I should have done a heavy right there. Instead, I go for an SP1, and now he's unblockable from the node because I did put too many regens on him. Okay, so after this, I'm going to wait it out because now I'm worried about Buffet a little bit. So I'm going to go back into a nice combo with the Light Ender, so I get the big bleed on him. He's bleeding down nicely. The Clintar debuff is back, but we heavy and we remove it. He throws a special 1. We do not trigger an evade. And we go back in for another light ending combo followed by a special 1. We are doing a great job now of managing everything in this fight. We go for another heavy attack and followed by another. We are doing great. I just want to keep putting on as many bleeds as we can. We get the big bleed on him. We're going to go for, I think, another... we do evade that one. We trigger the regen. Again, it does give him the unblockable, but we go for a special intercept there. And now we try and get right back into the fight with the heavies and the light ending combos. There we go. Nice big bleed. And he's done. So that is one of the trickier fights in War, and Nick Fury is an absolute beast for it. We didn't even need our second life. Last but not least is going to be Null with Wiccan. We've done this one before. He is a unsteady defender, so I'm going to be glancing all my hits at the beginning of this fight. I'm not worried about the regen from backing up at all. I'm not even really worried about the strike counter Fury. Really not. What my goal here is just I need him to throw a special 1. That is goal number 1. Throw a special 1, please. Okay, or I guess he has block penetration on this one. So now he throws the special 1. Now all I need to do is wait for corruption to come in and for corruption to go away. Problem is, of course, he hits me with the unblockable, unstoppable when corruption happens. I bait his heavy, go for the special 2 where I have no debuffs on me, and look at the melt job that Wiccan does on him. Absolutely disappears. I was confident that this was going to happen. All right, learning experience. I hope you enjoyed it. Watching me get my butt kicked. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.